guys just stand back and hey, we're about to be making the first passes with the GTO. It's been a long road. Alrighty guys and gals, it's getting exciting now. We're getting the wheelie bars tightened up on this deal. We're checking over the last few things before we're going to take this thing up to the line. And boy, is it getting wild. I'm super excited. We had a lot of people stopping by to see us. And let's go make a hit. Alrighty guys and gals, so believe it or not, at this point in time, the car is kind of kicking my butt right here. It's definitely acting different than from the last time that we've made, you know, some dry hops and some burnouts and stuff from last weekend. And it definitely feels different. So I really messed up on the burnout here. It's on my end, but I'm learning the car and trying to get this deal figured out. So, you know, we've kind of run out of time here. Couldn't get a good burnout in. And Blaine's going ahead and get me lined up. It's time to go down the track and see what this old girl's going to do here. So, yeah, guys, we're going to push a button in here, put it on the trans brake, bring her up to 3,500, and let this old girl loose. So let's see what this old thing can do here.
And Drew says it's all yours. How about hand it over to the driver? Top bulb lit. Bottom bulb lit.
Alright guys, we had one heck of a pass there. We spun like crazy and I could feel it like crazy, but this thing's a handful. Looks like the car did good, but the golf cart ran out of fuel on us, so we're dealing with that. Let's get this thing back and work on some stuff. Hey,
push rod. If you got them.
Oh man, Jesse, that looks good.
No doubt. Getting her going. Don't pit bosses of putting in the work today.
Right beside the big kahuna.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's official now. It's made its first drag strip. And many more.
Yeah. Yep, too.
Alrighty guys and gals, exciting day today. We've done a lot of really cool things today. We got to hang out with really cool sponsors today. Can't thank Speedline enough. Huge help to us. They got us some brand new tools to work on the engine stuff with. If you guys don't know what this is a valve adjustment torque wrench. Okay, you guys get to see it here in just a second on how we use it. Huge help, and that way we can keep the valve train consistent in between rounds. And that's what we're working on right now. So we just got done making one of our first hits of the day, and we've got a lot of suspension adjustment to make. And man, we're learning, we're growing, and we're finding weak points, and we're just moving forward. So far so good. The engine's doing good. We'll go back through and check all the valve springs. We knocked the tires off pretty good, and we're going to detune it a little bit, see what we can come up with here. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm super blessed and super happy. My whole family's here, and I'm really happy. So thank you everyone for watching, and hey man, tomorrow we'll make another hit with it and let's just go from there. So appreciate you. Thank you all our sponsors, Speedline, At Your Convenience, Jonesborough Armory, Stiffy's Beard Shop. The whole 9 yards, man. TSR transmission's doing good. Just so many more. And thank you, everyone.
Yeah, don't like and share, smash that subscribe button, and enjoy our content.
Alright guys, so what I'm doing right now is checking valve springs. So far so good. Yep, so far so good. Alright, we're doing good. Jesse man, got the grape soda.
Oh, you know the deal, dude, all day long.
Got the steaks rolling. Yeah, man.
And it's the first time I'm actually enjoying the grape soda.
There you go.
I'm not throwing it down a vortex.
The vortex. Well guys, what do y'all think so far? Having a good time?
Awesome.
Good deal, good deal. Heck yeah. Alright guys, we're gonna hammer down and eat some food, work on the car some more, and just enjoy some racing. Alright guys, this is day 2. We was only able to get one test hit in last night. We just had a lot of work to do on the car. We've got a couple of things of adjustments that we need to do to suspension and the shocks. The car is trying to launch to the moon right now is what's going on, but it's to be expected. We're making a lot of power. We took a lot of power out, and we're making changes right now to see if we can get it to go down a little bit better. It's one heck of a rush, guys, I can tell you that right now. This thing is trying to come on with it, and I can feel it. I know it's there. Yeah. You just want, he's saying between 8 and 9, you just want to add a pound to it, where we're at 7, go to 8, go from there. Okay. Alright, so go to 8, right? Okay. So anyways, guys, so a lot of changes right now, a lot of things that we're trying to get fixed. Eating me some breakfast right now, breakfast for champions. You ain't got grease on your hands, alcohol on you, eating a donut at the same time, you ain't even race car, I'm telling you. So definitely a big shout out to Speedline. They brought donuts this morning. They've been feeding us, been bringing waters and drinks, all that stuff. It's a huge, huge help to us. We cannot thank them enough. Valve train tools that they got for us have been working great. We're just gonna keep on rocking here. So I think I've talked this to death, and here in a minute we'll go make some hits. Hope y'all enjoy. Yeah. Alrighty guys, so first damage of the day. Our filter here, the blower's trying to pull it through. It's actually really loosened it up a bunch, so this is done for the day. So hopefully Turbo Smart's going to be coming through for us. They make some really special filters that goes on the end of it to help keep from trash and debris from going in our blower, but that's up next. So anyways guys, first carnage of the day. Alrighty guys, this is day 2. We just got all of our maintenance stuff done. We got her fueled up. We're getting ready to fire it up for the day, get some heat in the motor, make sure everything's good to go. Ready to go. We'll make us another hit here in a minute. We done a lot of changes last night. We took power out in the motor. We took power out off of the 2-step and coming off the line. So we're going to see if it's going to calm it down and if we get this thing to A to B. So you guys sit back and enjoy. We're going to have a good time here, and let's rock and roll. We'll work.
Yeah, man.
Alright guys, I just want to give a big shout out to Cozy's Construction. They actually donated several of our shirts. They bought up some of them and said, hey, give them out to the first few kids that come by. We actually got hooked up with the tower and asked them if they'd make an announcement for the first 4 or 5 kids that came over to our pit. we'd hand out shirts to all the kids and do all that stuff, and that's what we done. And boy, was that such a cool thing. All right, so now it's time to go make our next test hit here. So wish us luck, and we'll see how this is going to go. But this thing actually gives us a little bit of fit here, so you guys sit back and watch.
Alrighty guys and gals, unfortunately we wasn't able to get the car back up and running and stuff. I believe what we found out is, I believe we burned up an ECU somehow. I'm not quite sure what's going on, why it happened. We're really trying to dig into it and see what's going on. There's Hannah. But all in all, I think we had a really good, successful day today and yesterday as well. We had a lot of great friends come out, a lot of sponsors came out. Golly, Jesse, how many people we talked to the past 2 days?
All kinds of people, man, as always.
As always. And that's good, man. Good fellowship, good friends, good sponsors. Speedline helped us out a ton, not only today, but yesterday, feeding us, drinks, parts, fuel, tools, all kinds of good stuff. And we can't thank them enough for all that. And that's super important. But you know what? We're going to get the ECU sent back off. We're going to see what we can come up with, if it is the ECU, because I want to get it checked out by Holly, see if that's what the problem is, so we can go from there. But moral of the story is, power's going into the ECU, but no power's coming out. And when we got done doing the burnout, right at the end of the burnout, I seen lights coming on and off in the car, on my gauges and stuff, on the EFI dash, and I believe that was a telltale sign that something was happening and they didn't like it. So cut the power and it killed the car and couldn't get the fire back up.
Yeah.
So there it is.
New car, new problems.
That's part
Bugs are coming.
That's it. Anyways, guys, we're going to get on out of here. The announcer's having fun right now.
Pretty much.
All right. We're going to get on out of here, guys. And y'all have a good one. Thank y'all so much. Alrighty guys and gals, welcome back. Man, do we have a full-on, super cool weekend. I'm super happy with everything that happened. Man, was it wild. So let's talk about it, what all went on. There's a lot of thanks I got to give too. But first up, let's talk about the car, of what all happened there. We went Friday, make our first test hit at Street Car Takeover. Great event. Man, the track worked with us very well. The Street Car Takeover people worked with us very well, and let us do our exhibition runs. This is one of those deals where we're going to go test. This is the first shakedown hits with the car, and I tell you, this thing did not disappoint, and this thing is a handful. Right off the hit, during the burnout, this thing was acting a little bit weird. The suspension was a little bit upset, and the wheelie bars was causing us a little bit of issues during the burnout, and that's okay. We knew, it's like, all right, we'll see what's going to happen from here on. Went up to go make a hit, let loose on the trans brake at 3,500, and this old girl, dadgum, she tried to launch to the moon. And this thing put me in for a ride. and this thing pulled out of the groove a little bit. I pulled her back in the groove, got back on the loud pedal again, and hammered down for a little ways just to see what it'd feel like. And this thing is, man, it's got me amped up, I can tell you that. So after that, we knew we had some serious suspension changes that we needed to make, and also some serious tuning changes we need to make as well. We went and took some power out of the car, made some bar changes, made some wheelie bar changes to help things out, and then we went on into making our second hit the next day. Okay, the next day went to go make our hit, done our burnout. Burnout was way better. The car felt better. Everything that Blaine told me to do, it's my uncle, my crew chief, and he helped me out a ton there, and it really, we could tell a huge difference there right off the bat, and this thing was doing a whole lot better. As soon as the burnout was right at the end of it there, the car died, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get it fired back up, and it looks like we burned out an ECU. But you know, these things happen, it's part of it. I'm still pumped up and amped up because, man, this old girl back here in this trailer, she's ready to go down, and she's ready to make stuff happen, and I'm excited for it. But we do have a whole lot of thanks to give. This would not have been possible for a lot of people that's involved. And first off, I want to make sure it's clear to people that you know, this is my car. This thing is was built in-house. I built it. This wasn't like a deal where I bought the car and then we're going out and testing it type of deal. This thing was very, very fresh. This thing was brand new. I've done all the welding, done all the tubing bending. I had to learn every single bit of it. We've drove this thing on the street. I want to do street stuff. We want to go racing with it. We want to do all of it. And you know, for me to be able to get to do what I did is very humbling because it took a lot of support to get there. So let's talk about the support. Support, first off, Speedline Automotive. They are our newest sponsor, has jumped on board and has been a great help, because right here at the first event going to testing a car, a sponsor even stepping up to help with a new car at its first event is a big thing, and it was a very big thing for me and a very huge help. They help with a whole lot of stuff, from food to fuel to parts to tools, all that stuff that you need last minute at an event. They done it, and they helped me out a ton, and I cannot thank these guys enough for that. They fed us, they brought food, all that good stuff. So Speedline Automotive, thank you guys so much. Up next, we definitely got to talk about Jonesborough Armory. They sponsored food for the first day. They brought us steaks and brought us some other things as well to help us at the event, some fans and things like that. So Jonesborough Armory, Bennett, thank you, brother. Thank you all for all your support over the years. It's been awesome. You know, Stiffy's Beard Shop, another sponsor that come on board this year. We can't thank them enough. We've got them on the hood of the car as well. Another one, you know, we've got so many more. We've got Scott's Performance Automotive Exhaust. We've got TSR Racing Products. We've got Nutramax, brand new sponsor as well. We've got Aerospace Components. At your convenience, on-site oil services. Let's talk about them for a minute. You know, Tim came out to the track with us today, or I keep saying today, it was last night and the day before, but Tim came out and supported us, and last minute he bought some parts for us, got us some oil, got us some filters, and even came to the track and supported there, and I'm very humbled by that. Thank you, Tim, for that support. That was really awesome, man. Another sponsor we got to mention here is Cozy's Construction. Something cool that happened at the track was not planned. It was just a cool thing that went down. Cozy's came over and we talked for a minute, and he was like, hey, I want to buy a shirt, and I want to buy a few shirts for the first few kids that come over, and was not expecting that. Super cool thing what Cozy's done. And so he bought up a bunch of shirts, and we had a pile of them there, and so I got to thinking about it. My dad had the idea. We went and hollered at the tower and said, hey, can you make an announcement at the track saying, hey, the first a few kids over at the Full Metal Goat race pit, hey, you got you a free shirt. Boy, kids come from everywhere, and it was a really cool thing. And I hope Cozy's got to hear that on what had happened there, and it was an awesome deal. But moving on here, High Tech Specialty Coatings, can't thank them enough. You know, super great bunch of people there on the coating ends of it. All right, so let's talk about the crew. There's a lot of people here to talk about, but it has to be mentioned here. Blaine, my uncle, I can't thank Blaine enough for not only the suspension tuning side of it, helping me with that, the guidance, the mentoring of helping me and showing me how to work on these cars, showing me how to fabricate. I built this car, but it took learning from him to do that. And you just don't learn this stuff overnight, and it's a long haul. And definitely, Blaine, thank you so much. We're gonna go get them, and we got a lot more races to go to, buddy. Up next, my wife Hannah. I can't thank Hannah enough. You know, she's had to put up with a lot with this. I'm sure a lot of the racing wives that's out there and racing families out there, they understand of a lot of the things that's behind the scenes that goes on, that, you know, somebody's got to work on the car hardcore, and somebody's got to take care of the family stuff and the home stuff, and she's been doing that and then some, and helping with the car too. So Hannah, thank you so much for all the help and support. Up next, Jesse. Everybody knows of Jesse. He's my best buddy. He's my brother from another mother, and there's been a lot of stuff going on the past couple of weeks, and he's been sacrificing a lot to come and help on his spare time, when he's off, before work, after work. And at the same time, you know, our prayers goes with his dad. He was in the hospital during this event and stuff, and his dad and Jesse's mom was like, go race, go have fun, be stabilized, it's good to go, but go and race and have a good time. And you know, there's a lot of sacrifices that happens behind the scenes, and I'm very thankful for those things. Up next, my dad. He came out and supported us and helped us out. Huge thanks to Dad for coming out and helping on the car. You know, it's always awesome to have your family members there, and it was really cool. Up next here, we've got Jenna. Jenna, thank you so much for all your help. She was running in between stuff at the track, and she helped on the car and stuff, building it. Good friend of mine, Dylan Woodfin, he stopped by at the track, and Dylan actually helped us early on in the build, and you know, he was even able to come out and see us. And we had so many people that come out. Crusher was another one, and I'm sure I'm missing some names of other people that came out to see us. There's just so many people that we got to see and talk to. It was really a wild, awesome event. So that's it for the thank yous. I think moving forward, we need to talk about the goals for the car and what we got to come. You know, this was a huge deal for this car, and it was, for me, I felt like it was a very positive deal, and we got to do something that was really good. The car did good, but we had a problem, you know. We burned up the ECU, but you know what? We're going to figure out how to replace it. We're going to work our butts off and figure out what we can do. You know, it's one of those items, I don't know when we can get one because of the back ordering situation on these things and the cost of it, but you know what? We're going to work hard and see what we can figure out, and we'll get this car back up and going. But goals for it. You know, the main goals for this thing is to go down safely. We're doing that. We want to keep making some 60s and some 100-foot hits, 330-foot hits, and work our way up. New car like this, you can't just come out of the bat doing 200 some mile an hour and, you know, and not crash it. So you got to be careful, and we're going to take some baby steps here, first couple of events, and then after that we'll start ramping in that power and see what we can do. Just to give y'all an example of what kind of car we're dealing with, what kind of power we're dealing with here. Guys, we left the line at 10 degrees timing, okay? And this thing was trying to leave the earth, all right? We've got a beast on our hands here. It's ready to let loose, and I can't wait to let it loose. So you guys hang tight. We got a lot of stuff coming. I'm sorry this video was long, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you buy a t-shirt, help support us. And as always, we'll see you at the next one, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to go over to KillerMotorsports.com, where we've got all kinds of merch over there and all kinds of high-performance products as well. And definitely a big shout out to our sponsors and partners. Till next time, you guys have a good one.